Bawib Grana Weeb Ninny Bong, I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our weekly Transformers Earth Wars news stream here on YouTube. We stream every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So let's go ahead and say hi to the lovely folks over here in the chat. Big D just joined the party. Party Gamer, PBQ, SG Soundwave, Silverbolt 94, Gail Reyes, Denali Kid, Joey Johnson, Jack Solomon, Blurimus Prime, I see Red Alerts in here, and a lot of other familiar faces and some new faces. So welcome back to those of you who've been here a while, and welcome to those of you who are new. If you like what you see at any point along the stream, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and sign up for notifications so you can be reminded when we do go live. And yeah, so how about we go ahead and talk about this weekend's event. We've got new bots coming this weekend, and I do actually have access to Silverbolt in the test account, so we'll actually get to see him in action, and we'll follow it up with some crystal cracking and also forming my very first 4-star combiner on the Decepticon account. So this weekend's event is called Quantum Loop. And as usual, I gotta click over here to make the button work. The new bot Silverbolt. This is Beast Wars Silverbolt and Cicadacon. For anybody who has trouble pronouncing it, it's Cicadacon. Are joining the ranks. Welcome, gather your alliance and take part in this weekend's event to win up to 100,000 sparks, 75,000 combat sparks, 75,000 combiner spark, and 100 quantum loop crystals, with a chance to win 3 or 4-star Silverbolt character shards, or even premium 3 or 4-star shards. This is a prestige event. It's not a leaderboard, so we just go through 100 different prestiges, super XP throughout the event. It starts at the usual Friday start time, ends at the usual Monday stop time. To participate, just like all Alliance events, you gotta be Headquarters level 4 and be in an Alliance. You hit that little yellow event button, pick your zone, win the battle, win the points, and collect your prizes along with all of your Alliance mates. The event battle zones are the standard battle zones, and here's a list of what you can expect per prestige. So you can go through this list up to 100 times, depending on how many points you and your Alliance mates put up. You start off with some Combiner Sparks and Combat Spark, the Spark, and then, you know, at every 10,000 points, you guys get a Quantum Loop Crystal. Now, a lot of people asked, should we open them as we get them, or should we save them? Really, each crystal is its own event, so it doesn't matter. I save mine because I like to open them on stream with you guys. One of the benefits, if you do open them as you play along, if you happen to get one of the bots early on, you could actually take advantage of the Super XP to level. So it's really up to you whether you want to get them or save them. And here is what you can get in the Quantum Loop Crystals. Wait, I thought I got rid of... Nope, that was the wrong slide. So I forgot to delete the one. I replaced it with this, but forgot to delete the old one. Just pretend you didn't see that. Just... So yeah, 25% chance to get something related to the bot for your faction. And then within that, they didn't publish the chances where you could get the 4-star, the 3-star, or 100 character shards, which is enough to get a 2-star. And I like the fact that you can get the character shards instead of the 2-star now, because if you happen to get enough of them, you know, the shards, you could potentially be able to get a 3-star just with the shards, even if you don't end up dropping a 3-star in one of the crystals. It's way too, even if you complete all 100, it's probably just a little too much to be able to hope for using shards for a 4-star in just a single event, but 3-star is much easily obtainable. Plus, there's also a chance for 100 4-star shards, 200 3-star shards, or premium shards. Also, last weekend was the big anniversary weekend event, and one of the things they did was, if your alliance completed the event, you were entered into basically a drawing where they would choose 10 squads to get the permanent alliance name in gold, and these are the alliances that got them. So if you're in one of them, congratulations to you, and if not, well, congratulations to them anyway. The Autobots are NC Primordial, One Elite's BR, Earthbots, Legends Legacy, and Cosmos 3, or Cosmos 3, depending on which side of the pond you're on, apparently. The Decepticon alliances are Suicide Squad, Dark Legion Force, Demon Abyss, Deceptibane, and Tiberium Counter. So congratulations to all of the folks in those alliances. So first up, we're going to be looking at Silverbolt and his bio. We will also learn their abilities here in a minute, and we'll be taking a look at Silverbolt on the test server once we get through the news. Silverbolt is among the first of the new generation of Cybertronians and possesses great wisdom and a deep reservoir of good intentions. His mantra is to lead by example. If history has taught him anything, it's that calm, considered action is all, and that rashness and the heat of the moment are the true enemies of judgment. As a Maximal Elder, he epitomizes many of the loftiest ideals of the Maximals and has the courage of his convictions. In flight modes, Silverbolt is amazingly fast, and his aerodynamic form is highly maneuverable and reactive. His twin ion blades make him a redoubtable opponent in either mode. Very cool. And his ability is the Feather Tornado. Feather Tornado disables your target, dealing damage over 6 seconds and healing your squad every second. If the target's health drops below 20%, the feathers spread to nearby foes, causing 33% of the listed damage. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The playtesters really liked it, and as usual, there were tweaks along the way. It's turned out to be, I think, pretty good. His counterpart, of course, is Cicadacon. Cicadacon hides much behind his armored carapace, including his true original identity. Most assume that he and the other members of the Tripredacus Council hails originally from the Great War era and the Decepticon army. Certainly, his knowledge of those long-distant years is encyclopedic, and he makes use of every historic battle, engagement, and confrontation in the wars he now wages. Cicadacon trades on that sense of awe and mystery his lost heritage inspires, and his cruelty, cunning, and avarice know no bounds. Though he rarely resorts to his beast mode, the rapid-fire agitation of his wings creates disorientation among his victims. Yes, there you go. That's Cicadacon's nice little bio there. And his ability is basically the same effect as Silverbolt's, but this time it's called the Cicada Swarm. A Cicada Swarm disables your target, dealing damage over 6 seconds and healing your squad every second. If the target's health drops below 20%, the cicadas spread to nearby foes, causing 33% of the listed damage. Yes, indeed. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of this one. And yeah, so for anybody who's not familiar with them, the cicadas, I think, are mostly northeastern United States thing. They're relatively harmless, but they're very loud and very annoying and in huge numbers. So the Cicada Swarm is actually a very apt ability for this guy. So yeah. So Jack Solomon says, I'm bored. You know, you don't have to be here and watch. You know, there's plenty of other stuff out there. But hey, you know, go ahead and hang out or leave. You know, it's up to you, man. I'm not here to try to bore you. This week's newsletter, they also gave us the link for the monthly gift, and they did change it up this time in light of being the anniversary. We normally were getting a silver XP core. This time we're getting a gold, and instead of premium shards, we're getting 10 premium combat chips, and it got a bump from 10,000 to 25,000 of the Spark, Combiner Spark, and Combat Spark. I do have the link for that in my Discord channel. Go check the loot links chat for that, and there is the link for the Discord. I'm also going to put it in the live chat. It's also in the description of the video. And also, while you're there, every week right around stream time, I do post a giveaway where you can enter for a chance to win an Engineer Hoist Secret Stash, which gives you the opportunity to win any one of the following up to 10,000 premium shards, or Spark, or Combiner Spark, or Combat Spark. So there you go. And yeah, we're on YouTube still, and we're going to be here to stay. If you're here watching this video, you're already where you need to be. Just hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon. If you happen to be watching this on some other place where somebody's embedded it, yeah, that's the link there, youtube.com/engineerhoist. Go over there, and we'll see you there. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter at EngineerHoist for infrequent behind-the-scenes content. And that brings us back around to that. So before we head over to the game, as we usually do, I like to show off the toys. I went and got these guys specifically once we found they were coming. And this is the Beast Wars Silverbolt. I've seen people complaining about the head. It looks kind of weird, but if you compare this to the game model, blame Hasbro for making the toy with that head. They've actually done a lot in the game. They added a lot of details there on his chest and everything. And there's really nothing you can do with the wings. They're basically stuck out because, I don't know if you could tell, there's actually launchers in these wings. So that's what they can do. And his counterpart, of course, is Cicadacon. There you go. And he indeed does have those annoying wings. He's got 2 pairs of wings there on his back. Yes, indeed. I think they did a really good job of getting these original Beast Wars toys represented in the game. Cicadacon's almost straight on. They did tweak Silverbolt a little bit, and I like the tweaks that they did. See, Rescue says John Cicadacon. No, I don't think it's quite the same thing there. PB Chu says, I see Menasor in the back. Yes, I've got, this is the X-Transbot's Monolith combiner. It's the Menasor. I finally put him together, and he's there to support us when we get over to my Decepticon account to form the 4-star Menasor. But first, let us head on over to the game. As you can see across the top there, this is the test server. I don't have a fancy disclaimer like Sunstreaker Waza, which honestly, that is a really cool disclaimer that he's got there. I just put the words up there so it's on there all the time. I'm probably still going to get the questions, how do you get them so early? But you know, it's just to try to set that off. Because of content creator, we get the special access to the bots so we can show them to you a little early. Oh, before we go and roll out Optimus, let's take a look at Silverbolt in the hangar, the showroom, the garage, whatever you want to call it. So there you go. So there he is, and yeah, you can kind of see. It's like look at that angry, weird-looking head, checking out his guns. So if we can do that, so you can see there up on the corner, basically the same head. So, yeah, it's a little weird, but it's toy accurate. So we can go ahead and transform him. And there's not a lot for him to do to transform, and that also is toy accurate. You basically just kind of flip his torso back around, and he's basically wearing his entire eagle on his back. So there you go. Flapping his wings. Does a nice little spin around as he transforms back into robot mode. Does a semi-superhero landing, and we're back in business checking the guns again. So there you go. And here's some stats for him. He's level 61 with a level 10 ability. I know not everybody's going to be getting there right away. I'm certainly not, but at this level, it'll deal like 4,500 damage to the one target, and also heals your squad for 141 health points per second, times over 6 seconds, times 6, so that's what, 6, 7, 8, about 800 or so. And then if the target gets below 20%, the feathers will spread to 33% of the 4,500. So about 1,500 or so. Now let's roll out.
Autobots, roll out.
So there he is there, along with another random assorted people. I think I had this squad built up when the warriors got their buffs. So we'll go ahead and go on into Zone 12 there. Grind time. No, I appreciate it, man. That's unique to Waza, and I don't want to steal his thunder. It's great, man. You did a great job. All right, so here we go. Let's drop Silverbolt. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be able to solo anything, but he definitely can do some serious damage. So there he goes. He's got pretty typical air style attack, because he is indeed an air bot. So we'll go target this mortar over here. And you can kind of see the feathers there. They're a little difficult to see, but see how they've it took that out, and then now it's spread over to the to that beam laser. So it can take out some pretty good stuff, but he's not going to last very long. So you do definitely need to send him in with some helpers. Show him with air raid? I could. Not sure what level my air raid is on here. Roll out. Let's go find air raid. I'm sure I passed him. There he is. Last Science says, got RC and Nightbird last weekend. Cool. And some type of tank. We'll drop Ironhide first. Then we'll drop Silverbolt and Air Raid. I'm assuming you want to see what he'll do. So we'll go drop Air Raid first, plant the bomb, and then we'll send the Silverbolt out to take out this mortar. So there you go. You did a pretty good job. That's a nice little plan you had there. Let's try that again over here. I'm going to target this cannon. So not only did you cause the air raid bomb, you also the feathers spread. So even though the air raid bomb didn't quite take it out, the feathers spread and helped finish off what was left over. That's actually a pretty good strategy. Who suggested that? That's a darn good strategy. Except for when he goes off on his own over here. Good stuff. Quentin Hager with the suggestion there for to do it with Air Raid and Silverbolt. Yeah, that's a good combo. Alan X says Air Raid and Silverbolt meta. Yeah, I don't know, but maybe we might be onto something here. And yeah, so those three bots right there took out Zone 12 on their own. Yeah, so he's not a bot that's going to do a lot of soloing for you, but he can basically take out most of the things. Maybe HQ 17 level, he's not going to take out on his own. But pretty much anything below that, he'll be able to one-shot a certain defense and then cause a little bit of damage also around it. And didn't even, honestly, I wasn't even paying attention to the healing that he did, but that's kind of just like an extra bonus. Yeah, so definitely a bot worth getting. Whether he makes it into the meta of the top players, not sure. I definitely would be welcome him on my squad. And since we discovered Quentin's strategy of sending Air Raid and Silverbolt, I might actually get some use out of my Air Raid again. So, Jim Farms letting me know cicadas are also in Texas, so it's not just the Northeast U.S. Yeah, they're pretty much a little bit everywhere. I can't say that I've ever seen them in Florida myself, but yeah, I don't see them as a warbot either. Just because to be really effective, we've got to use your strategy, which is combined with air raid, and that's just a you know, top wars. I probably wouldn't take it out. I don't ever battle in top wars, so I'm not the person to ask about war strategy. In fact, I don't war much at all because it's just not, you know, not a thing that I particularly enjoy about the game. I just like going and playing random bases and using the using all the bots' abilities that I like. You know, I'm not so much a most efficient tactic available. I'm more of a most fun tactic available. I like using the bots that I like to use, whether they're the best ones or not. So, and honestly, I think this is cool. This is fun, and I definitely will be using Silverbolt and Air Raid. So thank you again for that little tip, that little strategy beat there. PB Chu saying telling me to check the Discord toy news channel. I don't even need to check it. I know what you're gonna say. Speaking of Beast Wars Silverbolt, just yesterday I think it was, Hasbro announced they're releasing a Kingdom 2-pack. I think it's on Hasbro Pulse, probably Amazon, where they are. It's a 2-pack of an Earth mode side swipe and a re-deco of Air Razor as Silverbolt, but they're calling him Skywarp, which apparently is the Japanese name for Beast Wars Silverbolt, and a lot of people are speculating that's because there's another Silverbolt toy coming. So they called him Skywarp in the set that's coming out. So, how about there we go. We're back to that. I'm going to now going to switch over the sound over to the iPad. In the meantime, I'm going to swap over accounts on the phone. And there we go. So there's, and if you've ever leveled a bot to 4 stars, or I don't know if they show you how much it is, even if you don't have the actually, no, they don't show you how much until you actually get it. So if you've never been able to do 4 stars, you'll see it costs 3 million energon. So I was able to collect 3 million energon from battles today, and there we go, 3 million. And the only piece I was missing was a 4-star or higher Motor Master. Luckily got the 5-star from the free crystal, and our second 5-star crystal that we got through shards actually gave us the Breakneck, but I already had the 4-star Breakneck, so I didn't even need that one. But still, he's here. And yeah, that's why we've got the X-Transbots Monolith over here. So let's just go ahead and do that. So there we go. And it's going to take 2 days till we actually see him. I forgot that there was a time wait for the upgrade. But yeah, so we'll see him next week. I guess we'll keep the toy over here around for next week too, because I really don't feel like spending 1,300 or whatever it was coins to skip that. So in the meantime, and Jim Farm, yes indeed, I did also get the 4-star Motor Master after I got the 5-star. So one way or another, I'm actually 100% complete on the Stunticons now because of all that. 20 of 20, including the 5 stars. Got them all. Crazy. I don't think I've completed any of them, even on the Autobot account. I'm always missing at least one of the 5 stars. So yeah, funny. So there we go. We do have some crystals to crack. The celebration canisters, I saved up all of the ones from the event. There was like 10 of them, and I was crazy lucky with 4-star shards. I actually got, what is it, like 5 was like 500 4-star shards or something, and I got 5 of those drops. So I got a full 4-star crystal out of those celebration canisters. It was pretty crazy. But we're going to go ahead and crack these premium chips first. These were from the monthly newsletter link. And a lot of people are getting the 2-star Dupe City, and I pretty much expect that here. Red Alert got a 5-star Rust, Dust, and Swoop. Awesome. That's parts for 2 different combiners. Awesome, man. Congrats. $15 canisters from the event. I must have cracked a few earlier, but I had 10 left over for me at the end after that epic crystal cracking on Saturday. So yeah, I must have gotten 5 by the time I got to that crystal cracking on Saturday and did that. Yep, just like everybody else. You can see it right here. 2-star Dupe City. But hey, you know, it's got some combat spark and some shards and whatnot. And got some premium crystals. These were also from those celebration canisters. Got a lug nut there. Luckily got the 4-star lug nut during that last weekend's crystal cracking. That was probably my favorite one. Probably my favorite pull out of all of that was getting that lug nut. Just because I love lug nuts so much, and he's a good bot. There's so much you can do with him. William Edward Hackney got a 4-star Blades on the Autobot account. Oh look, we're getting a 3-star Run Amok. Okay, cool. You're gonna have to wait in line though, dude. I got a whole bunch of bots ahead of you. But that's alright. I'll take it. Yeah, 4-star Blades is really good. I've been using my 4-star Blades a lot. Even though I've got the 5-star Blades, I still got the 4-star Blades out there. You know, so that was a nice little pull there, and we're gonna have to turn this off. And I think this is the XP core. I always forget that it comes in a chip, and you gotta crack the chip. And we got some 3-star crystals, also from the celebration canisters. Scrapple and Blitzwing, and we got a couple of these. We did complete the event on both of my alliances, so I'm not sure which one of these is gold and which one of these is G metal, but we'll crack them both. So I guess it doesn't matter which order they're in. Okay, clearly this was the G metal, and we got a Tantrum. Think I only have a 3-star Tantrum, so that's probably gonna wait a little while. And what is that? A Soundwave. I actually already have a gold Soundwave, but hey, I'll take it. And we have another crystal to claim, and it's another 4-star crystal. Look at that. We got 2 4-star crystals to crack open here today. Do I use the experience cores? Not often, but I do. I don't usually use them unless I have a bot that I'm just going to focus on power leveling and skipping cooldowns and skipping research times and buying fuel even. So unless I'm just like going to completely grind and focus on one bot and one bot only, I really don't use them, because otherwise I don't think it really is worth it to use them in the normal flow. So we got a duplicate Blitzwing and a G-Metal Wall Buster. I don't think I think I already have one or two of those, so that's kind of a waste. And the next 4-star, and I shouldn't be disappointed by these two duplicates considering I scored like 8 new 4-stars this past Saturday. So this is actually kind of good because it's not a new bot that I need to level up. So adaptive shielding headquarters core. I'm not at the level where I can put the cores on there, but I don't think I need to do that. I don't think I need that one anyway. Let's go look at my build. I'm pretty sure I've got a few headquarters cores. Yeah, see, I've got a G-Metal Omni Flamer waiting for when I can actually equip a core. So, and if anybody's wondering about my progress, haven't got many. I've gotten them pretty much all to 30, I think. There might be a couple lagging behind in the 20s, but I got most of them to at least 30. Yeah, Razor Claw and Reflector haven't quite made it into the lab yet. Center Twins probably the farthest behind. But I got my lug nut over here. Didn't mean to hit that part, hit the thing. So I've got his gold mace on him. I've even got his ability up to level 6 already. And a lot of that was just because I was maxed out on Spark. I needed to spend a lot of Spark. And I was like, hey, let's go ahead and dump it into this lug nut. And yeah, so there he is. I'll probably do a little bit of work on him this weekend with the Super XP. So there's that. Yeah, Big Bronze Rim says he agrees with me. XP and Lagoon cores aren't really worth it unless you're coining with lots of fuel. Yeah, I don't. I've got I think 5 or 6 Golden Lagoon cores on my Autobot account. I haven't ever used one, just because I haven't seen the need. I haven't gone and done the cup lagooning that Sunstreaker Waza touts. So Denali Kids saying Paramotor Master with Center Twin special ability, they can do some great damage. Yeah, I definitely have gotten used to that Motor Master already. Even at level 30, he's out there on the squad. The nice thing about him is his ability uses the damage of the other bots on the squad. It's a percentage of their damage, so it's been very helpful. Alright, so let's head on over to the Autobot account. I'll go ahead and take that off because this is the actual live account here. And I've got a couple of bots ready to come out of the lab. There's the hotspot I got from the event. And there's the Scattershot that I was lucky enough to get from the bundle. Both of them are coming out at level 40, as you can tell. Well, 41, I suppose. It was easier to get them to 41 because I only just had the 2 of them to focus on as opposed to like 800 over on the Decepticon account. But yeah, we got some crystals over here too. We've got quite a few more because I got mostly premium shards from the Celebration canisters on this one. And we'll go ahead and use these premium chips. I expect another 2-star dupe party. Oh, and you know what? I didn't change the sound. Let's go ahead and do that while this is going on. Oh, we're getting no sound. I didn't even see what we got, but yeah, 2-star dupe city. Let me back out of here. I might have turned it off in the settings. Yeah, I did. So there we go. We're back. We can hear the dupe sounds again now. All right. And what do we got? What do we got over here? Since there, oh, I've got my free. We'll go ahead and do that. Pretty close to a 4-star crystal on here, so if we get a... I don't know, probably won't get that many 3-star duplicates, but I don't know, we got 30 crystals to go through. So we'll go ahead and go through those. We might get to the 4-star on this one too, but probably not. It's going to be a duplicate, most likely anyway, but that's fine. Riddler got a brand new AC system in the house. Very cool. No pun intended. Yeah, I had to replace my AC. It's been quite a few years now, but it was August, like the hottest part of the year. You know, that's when it tends to go out. You know, this is going to be the XP core. Yeah, over a week without AC sucks indeed. Oh man. Alright, let's go ahead and crack these G1 cores. G-Metal Drift. Just put a gold G1 core on Drift. Might have to swap it out for that. Denali Kid, thank you for the super chat. It says, congratulations on the 4- and 5-star Motor Master Hotspot Scatter Shot. You pulled a 5-star Windblade. Cool. And because of me, you bought 200 Motor Master crystals. I hope you were lucky. And ended up making Jazz Dance. Thank you so much. And we've got a G1 Skyburst. And I'll have to think about that. I think I have a G1 gold G1 Skyburst already. And I've got Prima on Skyburst right now, but I might consider, you know, before the combat bots came out, Skyburst was like the bot to have Prima on. And so that's why it's there. But now that you've got Flak and Crater Maker, you've got other options for Prima other than just Skyburst or Onslaught. So I might have to reconsider that. I'd have to shift around some prime cores. Want to see the G1 Drift? What does that core do? That is going to be here. It's for 10 seconds after your ability, you move and attack 22% faster, which I think that's upgradable. So yes, you can the speed boost increases as you level it, and all of your regular attacks heal you for 14%, which can increase the damage done. So not only do you heal because of your ability with this core on for an additional 10 seconds, any other damage you do with your normal attack also heals you. And considering Drift is one of the most easily killed bots in the game, it seems like it's actually quite helpful. You can see I've got the gold core on him already, and yeah, it's actually doing pretty good. So let's head back over there and crack some crystals. These are all premiums, so I expect a Duke City. Big Prosper says jealous of that G-Metal G1 Ratchet. Yeah, I do. I'm pretty happy about that one. I got lucky there. So as you can see, those are my only two G1 G-Metal cores, because they always put them in the events at a very high level that our alliance just has no chance of reaching. So I was happy that they put it at a low enough level, and also that Big Bronze Rim happened to come over and help us out and scored a truckload of points. Thank you. If I don't think I got a chance to thank you before you took off, but thank you so much for helping out. It was a great weekend for everybody. Lots of people jumping around and helping out. A lot of alliances getting to that, you know, not only just getting to the 115,000 to get that 5-star crystal, but even completing it. It was really, truly a community event. Honestly, the excitement of it, I wish we had more of these, where people can just go around and help. and just raise the level of everybody in the game, as opposed to the leaderboard, which just basically feeds the you know, like the top 5 or 100 alliances. No offense to you guys, you know, and you know, you deserve the prizes, and I'm not saying we should never have leaderboards, but I do like those type of events where everybody can go and help others and all that. I thought it was great seeing all of the chatter going around with that. So what did we get there? We got a 3-star double dealer out of that, and last 10 premiums. Yeah, the morale was super high. The morale was super high this whole past weekend. It was great. Yeah, I wish we could do that more often than just once a year.
Deploy.
See, did I happen to pick up Double Dealer from Ollie's back when he dropped? No, I didn't. I already had him, so didn't see the need to get another one. Oh, look at that! Duplicate Pyromagno 4-star swooped by. Pun entirely intended. And that gave us Cybertronian Charge. I think I'm set on those. But it did give us those all-important 5-star shards. Look at this. We have a 3-star and a 4-star crystal available to claim. So we're not done with the duplicate 4-stars today. Or maybe we are done with the duplicates, but we're gonna get... Maybe we'll get a new one. But I'd say about 95% chance it's a duplicate. And it's Bumblebee. What core does he give us? High velocity shells. I might be able to make use of that. I'm not sure if I have those equipped on all of my autocannons. So there we are, done with all crystals and everything. So I know there was some other chatter going on there. Let's see. Alan XS was asking, which Tramus 4 figure do I suggest that you buy? It's up to you. I mean, it's how much money do you have and what do you like? I really couldn't answer that question. I mean, I haven't seen a Kingdom figure that I have disliked yet. You know, anything from well, I don't know, Dinobot, Inferno, Megatron, Optimus Prime, Ol, Cheetor, Rat Trap, Air Razor. Probably the only one that's questionable is this little core class Optimus Prime from Kingdom. That's probably the only one questionable, but otherwise, if it's Kingdom, it's pretty good. Same thing, Studio Series. I haven't seen many bad Studio Series figures in a while. If you happen to be a fan of the of those movies, I still got this Dino lying around. He might still be out in stores. He's actually a really good figure. I want to say Revenge of the Fallen, maybe. So, yeah, Alpha Bravo, yes, exactly. Warpath from Kingdom is amazing. Truly is good. Black Arachne is good too. Who else? Huffer's amazing. You might want to skip the fossilizers. What was his name? The Ractonite and oh man, what was the T-Rex one? I don't know. You might want to skip those guys if you're not into that sort of thing. But I like them. I got them. And what was his name? Wingfinger? What a crazy name, Wingfinger. I've got him pre-ordered. So just looking back here, Quentin Hager says Monkey Prime and Drift can really eat defenses. Yeah, I've got a really good squad that I like. It may not be you know, most efficient or whatever, but I enjoy using it. It's got let's go pull this back up and go into the shuttle. So of course the first squad is always my power leveling squad. So I've got this squad. Most of my squads are random. There's not a whole lot of thought to them. I had thought originally, but then as bots need research and come out of research, I swap them around. And but this is the one I really enjoy. We've got Monkey Prime. Red Alert is actually important on this because right as you're about to send Monkey Prime out, you send Red Alert too, so that as Monkey Prime goes, he almost is going to always jump into a stasis mine, so that keeps him from getting stunned. I also, they tend to keep together since they focus on the defenses, so Hoist is important. You activate his ability, it gives them an extra speed and some healing as you go along, plus you got Pipes has Liege Maximo on him right now. So I'm probably going to swap Liege Maximo over to my 5-star hotspot, unless I might have a better G1 core for him, so I'll have to think about that. But Liege Maximo is helpful because when they pop outposts, he's nearby. It turns them away. Snarl's good, Strafe is good, Tigerhawk, and Mirage is really, I've had any gunner there, and I don't hardly ever use Mirage's ability, but I just really enjoy using this particular squad. So, like I said, fun. I put squads together because I like them and they're fun. And this one happens to be pretty darn efficient. They're mostly hitting zone 12 right now. They haven't quite gotten to zone 13, but in zone 12 they basically run right to the headquarters and take it all out. A lot of fun. So. It's not going to be the zone 15 hard mode base or any kind of crazy war bases, but it's not what I do. I play for fun, man. So I hit the wrong thing. Let's see. Jim Farm says, would love to buy any Soundwaves or World War I Barons. Aha! Did you happen to see what's on my desk right now? Because I was actually going to show those off here in a minute. Shadow says, still waiting on the Pit of Judgment. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I didn't get the first run, but I've had that thing pre-ordered. But it's got put off, probably because of that ship that blocked the Suez Canal a while back. Let's see. Crying Time says, I had a buddy that played this game for a minute. When Huffer came out, he bought a $20 bundle and didn't get Huffer, so he quit. But when the Kingdom Huffer came out, he bought him one and said, there, now you finally got Huffer. Great story. Great story. Oh, man. All right. Big Bad Toy Stores says Red Alert has had Planet X, Corella, or Skywarp for like 45% off, so you got it. Oh, nice. That's the Fall of Cybertron Skywarps. Speaking of Skywarps, I got the, this is the Toy World version of the, it's a World War I jet, or not jet, a triplane. And basically it turns into like movie Starscream, and it's really like studio series scaled, and it's really cool. Propeller works just fine. Now he's all black, but he does have a hint of purple on the propeller and the wings, but that's about it. So he's not like super Skywarp, certainly not in bot mode. One of the things I like about this is says conquest is made of the ashes of one's enemies. And that's just hilarious. And the transformation is a little tricky when you first start doing it, but once you've done it, it's actually really good. So now that's not all. I know you probably want to see him in robot mode, but I don't really feel like transforming him for you. But that's okay. I actually got all three of them. Chosen Prime was selling them as a set, so. Here's the red one, the Red Baron, and this is basically what they look like. You can see it's got the Starscream head. It also comes with an alternate head that looks like Blitzwing from the Bumblebee movie, so you could totally make one of them Blitzwing. I think Emgo did that for his. So there you go. Interesting thing, the hardest part about this was trying to figure out how to get his little crotch plate transformed. And this is the best I can see for how the instructions say to do it. So it's kind of pointed a little down, but it actually kind of works. It almost looks like it's supposed to be that way. But then I was watching M go, and he showed that, hey, if you flex it a little bit, you can actually get it to where it looks more, straight out. But it does kind of look a little weird from the side because it's like way out. So I'm still not entirely sure which one I like better. Kind of facing down like the instructions or whatever, or facing forward like MGo's version. Still not sure. Probably this one. But yeah, so there's the now. This one's not really Starscream to me. This is more just like the Red Baron. They're doing a Build-A-Figure of one of these as well, which is weird because it comes as like an extra piece for some of the other figures that they're doing. But one of the ones that it was supposed to come with was their first one that came out, Bulldog, who turns into that World War I tank. I happen to have him sitting right here. He is amazing. I love this figure. The way that he turns into this guy, all chicken legs and everything like that, and then compacts down into that World War I tank. That it's great. It's amazing. He looks fantastic in both modes, and the painting and weathering on these figures is just absolutely top notch. But he did not come. The one I got did not come with that extra part. So now I'm worried that I may end up with that Starscream who's missing. I think he came with one of the arms. So I'm worried that I'm going to end up missing an arm. Now I did also get their Bumblebee, their Green Hornet. I got the purple version just for something different. There's going to be a lot of green. And the gray seemed a little drab, so I went purple. As you can see, it's a very subtle purple. His transformation is crazy complex for a deluxe class figure. And he's roughly the size of a Studio Series Deluxe, which tend to be on the small side. In fact, let me go ahead and bring Dino back over here. So let me get their legs. So there you go. You can see they're basically head and head. So it's but the transformation is amazing. But they've all got die cast in there, and they've got them in the right places. They've got them on joints and places that are most likely to break, and it does also help give them a little bit of heft. But he came with the first piece. I didn't know it was a Build-A-Figure until I ordered this one, and his piece was one of the legs, or basically the tail section of the Starscream. And the final one of this series from Toy World, and I knew I was going to be good. I've gotten Toy World figures before, and they've all been good. So I knew I had nothing to worry about. But these are just, so far beyond what some of the other figures I've gotten from them are. That's unbelievable. So this one I most recently got is Barricade. I forget what they call him. I think they call him Alert for some reason. This guy's transformation is actually quite simple. After transforming that Bumblebee, transforming this guy is a piece of cake. But he still turned out really, really good. And he also came with the Build-A-Figure part. So I have both legs, but I'm short an arm. Other figures in this series is Ultron Hot Rod for anybody else who hasn't seen the movie and know why I call him Ultron. Which honestly is he's just saying Hot Rod with a French accent. Because the French don't pronounce their H's, and the R is more of a kind of a throat R. Because I've been learning French, and then I go back and watch that movie. I'm like, oh, he's literally saying hot rod with a very thick French accent. Hot rod. But anyway, so got one of him coming, and Jetfire has I think the torso piece. and that Jetfire looks amazing. He is a battleship that transforms into the Jetfire that we've seen in that movie, and that's crazy. I gotta have it. And one of the nice things about these about these guys and the Jetfire battleship, they've got display stands. So you can mount all of the your Seeker triplanes on these stands, and the stands are completely die-cast metal, and they've got them kind of mounted to where they're flying up at an angle like this. And even the ground-based vehicles, they come with like a plate. It's a pretty decent size of like bricks, and it's well painted and weathered and stuff like that. They've just really killed it. With these World War I and World War II inspired figures. So, okay, so anyway, so yeah, Allen XS. If you're interested in that, those are available. They are quite pricey, so you might want to stay away from them if you want. If you want a World War II type of a figure, go look at the Studio Series. They did a Bumblebee and a Hot Rod. So that's more of a normal Studio Series price. They're both actually pretty good too. But I mean, if you if you're willing to drop like 85 or more on a single figure like these guys, that's about what they are. So let's see. William Edward Hackman says learn Spanish on the Duolingo app. Okay, cool. Yep. Let's see, what else are we going? Chris Taylor said I would love the '69 Camaro Bumblebee. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I think they had one of those in Studio Series a couple years ago. Okay, Alan's asking a specific question. Should I buy a Studio Series Dino, Studio Series Cliff Jumper, Kingdom Warpath, or Power of the Primes Ricochet? I would say unless you have an attachment to the character, I would say anything but the Power of the Primes Ricochet, because that's based on their Jazz, and that was a terrible figure. Out of that list, Kingdom Warpath is by far the best. Then I would say Dino, Cliff Jumper, and just forget Ricochet unless you want the character. Quentin Hager says, yeah, $85. Still cheaper than a big bundle. Indeed. Indeed. And you get to keep the figure as long as you want to. It's not over in 10 minutes. When you get all duplicates. And yeah, Grand Galvatron, you're right. Today is the actual anniversary of Transformers Earth Wars. June 2nd of 2016 is when it was the global launch day. Now, it had been in development for quite a while, so you'll probably see people who've been here longer than 5 years. I started exactly 5 years. I started on global launch day. Somehow I found out about it, and I said, hey, this sounds cool. And like 3 days later, I posted my first video on Earth Wars. Just did a little review video, and it did pretty well. A few days after that, after battling through the campaign, getting to that endless power level, I finally got it. I was like, okay. In the video, you even said, okay, I've tried this thing like 7 times. I just haven't been able to do it. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and record it, because it's kind of fun. And finally, for once. You turn the camera on, so to speak. I recorded this game screen, and it actually worked out for you. Normally, when you're playing with your figures, you're transforming them, everything goes well. Then you try to record yourself doing it, and that's when you run into problems. It happened opposite with the game. 7 times I didn't do it, but over time, I kept leveling up the bots. And at that first time that I went to go record it, I actually won. And apparently it must have been a base that a lot of people had trouble with, because that video really kind of took off, and that made me think, this whole game video thing might not be a bad idea to keep doing. And here we are 5 years later, and We're still talking. We're still talking about the game. Still playing the game. Jim Farm, thank you for making Jazz dance with the super chat. He says there would be no World War I sound wave, but there would be sound wave in World War II as a radio using magnet metal spirals instead of the regular tape. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Need to go to bed. Thank you so much. You get a good night's sleep. Soundwave, they probably would have come up with a different form for him in World War I. He would have been able to scan something else. It may not have been like a equivalent tape or anything like that. I remember they did what was it? The Hearts of Steel. There was a Hearts of Steel comic a while back, and there were some toys I think some third parties made, like trains. A lot of them were trains. Optimus and Bumblebee were trains, and the Seekers were some kind of old-timey aircraft. I almost want to say I saw them as hot air balloons, but that might have been a fan thing. But anyway, Shockwave was like old Ironsides or something, like the first ship, the first Iron ship in what was it, the Civil War, I think it was, or something like that. And I also I actually have one because I used like TS source points or something. It was like a little tiny Shockwave that turned into, I want to say it was like a is it a sub? I don't know, but these aren't the first time that we've had like old timey type of figures or whatever. So the balloons were fan art. Okay, that's what I think. It's like that might have been fan art and stuff. Check the Discord. PB2 has a gift. Okay, let's go see. Oh yeah, that's right. You wanted to. It was holding off on the Sentius twins to reveal on the anniversary. Okay, let me make sure we've got everything, the settings done. Okay, yep, we look good. We look good. We look good. Here we go. It says since Space Ape won't do an anniversary stream, Engineer Hoist stream will do. Happy 5th anniversary Transformers Earth Wars. So if you folks don't know PB2, he goes into Minecraft and has been building the Decepticon squad, but in honor of the anniversary, we've got the Sentius twins, which were the bots in the game that were originated in the game. All of these other bots we've got in the game, you've seen them in previous fiction and stuff like that, but never before have you seen Sentius Magnus or Sentius Malice until they appeared in Transformers Earth Wars. So a fitting tribute to these two bots. There are more, so let's go and take a look. So there, I love this shot, kind of like the stare down. We're looking as Sentius Malice stares down his brother Magnus. Yes, indeed. And we've got the opposite stare down. Magnus staring down Malice. Very, very cool. And here's some close-up shots. Sentius Malice. Very cool. You can see the rest of the Decepticons behind him. You can see there's a Cyclonus, Galvatron, and Scourge back there. And here's the back view. Very, very detailed back too. Nice attention to detail, making sure he looks great from all angles. And there he is. Very cool. I like how you did the helmet with the extra little spike things there. Grand Galvatron saying they're going to be 3 years old in September. Really? And we still don't have toys of them. Come on, Hasbro. There's the back of Sentius Magnus. Really nice looking. Very cool. And some praise from our other members in the Discord. Cool. And now I'm gonna go back and look through here because I think there was some other stuff that I wanted to see Something else that somebody did that was I wanted to share. Ah, yes, here we go. I'm not sure if that'll work because I think I changed the... Oh, nope, it's working. Alright, so Spicy Soup / Thunder Warp, I think also goes by Do, did a custom Sky Warp from the, I forget what figure he said. I think it was the Studio Series Starscream. Repainted Sky Warp. So, I'm not sure if you're watching, but fantastic work. Apparently, it was in work for a few months, and there's another look, a little bit different lighting. And someone asking, can it transform? And yes, indeed, there it is. So fantastic work, fantastic work. And so if you haven't joined up in the Discord, come on over. We got some talented people in there. Links in the description of the video. It's also in the chat there in case if you haven't joined. If you were debating, I don't really know if I want to join that Discord. Well, here's some things that you can see. Also, it's Grand Galvatron is our resident writer, and has a whole channel where they post their creations. And no, I'm sorry, I have not caught up on your story. They're fantastic stories. They really are. I just honestly, I get too lazy to read sometimes. it's that's all it is. I really do enjoy everything that you've written. I don't even know what I'm doing right now because I'm fumbling over my apology. Oh yes, I forgot the embroidery too. Yes, how could I forget that? Let me go, and this should work too. So I forget what are we working on with this one, Grand Galvatron. Fan character named Bismuth. Okay. I know you mentioned it, but it was a while back that I saw it, so very cool. Oh, Big Bronze Rim is also getting into the creative side too. Got himself a 3D printer a little while ago, and he's saying that he 3D printed Yoda's lightsaber for his son. Very cool. Very cool. I can't wait till you start making some Transformers accessories and seeing what kind of stuff you come up with there. And it was suggested by someone that we create like an art channel instead of just throwing it in an off topic, and so I'll be doing that in the Discord too, to make it a little bit more organized, so to speak. I don't know why I said so to speak. That's literally to make it more organized, you know. So cool. Denali Kid's asking, did I play Transformers Battle Tactics a lot? I did play Transformers Battle Tactics a little bit. I wouldn't say a lot. I never spent any money on it. But I found really quickly that, much like any freemium game, if you don't spend money on it, you're not going to get very far. So most Transformers Earth Wars is the first time that I started spending money on any game. Before that, basically, I'd play a game, it was kind of fun, then I get to the point where basically it's the paywall. It's not a literal thing, but it's just more of a feeling where you're just like, look, I can't do anything. All the cool stuff costs extra special currency, which I just can't get, or, you know, upgrades or whatever just takes so long, and I just, you know, quit. So, and I think Battle Tactics was kind of like that. Yeah, I played Transformers Legends, you know, that little card game thing. I played that for a little while, basically for the same thing. where it's just like I would never win because I'd be going up against people who paid. So, you know, I feel you guys. I mean, let me tell you something. If I was free to play on this game, I'd have probably quit long ago. So you know, shout outs to all you guys who are playing this game completely free to play and doing as well as you are. You've got a lot more perseverance than I do. Like I said, I'd have quit long ago if I was free to play. Josiah Faison says Hoist is my favorite person and he's my cousin. Maybe distant cousin. I don't know the evidence to back that up. But you know, yeah, we're all cousins. We're all cousins. That, you know, if you go as, you know, far enough back, we're all cousins. So. Oh, we got the lightsaber from Big Brown's Room over here in our unofficial art thread known as Off Topic. There we go. Check it out. Cool. Second thing you printed, right after the little the boat thing, right? You always got to print that calibration boat. Everybody prints that calibration boat. No, that's really cool. Is that all one piece? I see some of you guys talking about you know, where to get third-party stuff. For the longest time, I got most of my stuff from TF Source. I get some stuff from Big Bad Toy Store occasionally. I got like some of the Mandalorian figures that I went ahead and pre-ordered them because I wanted to make sure I got them. But almost all of them that I pre-ordered, I ended up finding in the store. And before they even showed up, and I just had to cancel my pre-orders. The only one that I actually got from the pre-order from them that I didn't cancel was like the Mandalorian with the full Beskar armor, not the first one with the kind of the old beat up armor, the full shiny armor. I mean, even Bo-Katan I found in the store. One day I had an armful of Transformer stuff, happened to walk down the Star Wars aisle, and I'm like, okay, I'll take that too. I did pick up some of the older stuff, which had already gone out of the store from them, though, so that was helpful. Anyway, like I said, there were a few things I got from them. But for Transformers, it's been mostly TF Source, but then I'm finding, like, I'm seeing everybody else getting stuff before it's even saying that it's in, and so I've started looking at other places. Lately I've been getting stuff from the Chosen Prime. That's where I got these this recent round of the Toy World figures, you know, the triplanes and the barricade, and even the X Transbots there. So Toy Dojo, I think the only thing I've gotten from Toy Dojo is some TFCon exclusives. Yeah, one of the things I've definitely liked about the Chosen Prime is oftentimes, anytime I order something from them, it comes really fast. Like even this last shipment, I forget exactly when I ordered it, but it was scheduled. They said, oh yeah, it'll be arriving Tuesday. It showed up on Saturday. So I was like, I was expecting something else on Saturday too. So when the delivery guy came and dropped something off, I'm like, oh, okay, let me go get out that thing. I'm like, wait a minute, this box is way bigger than I was expecting. And I see that Chosen Prime tape. I'm like, I've got a whole weekend I can enjoy these things. So they're expected to come in like yesterday, But I had like the whole weekend in a couple of days. So, oh, by the way, speaking of which, okay, so this guy right here, X-Transbot's Monolith. We'll talk about him for a minute. He looks fantastic. But the reason he's standing there in front of Unicron, and I don't know if you can tell, but Unicron's got his hand on his shoulder right there. That's not just a clever display like Unicron, like you're my buddy or whatever. Unicron is literally holding him up. Because I currently have Gravestone, their Motormaster, installed in him, which makes him extremely top-heavy and back-heavy. It is practically impossible for this guy to stand up on his own if you've got that Motormaster in there. So that is a huge problem with this. So when I do finally end up displaying him, I will most likely have that Motormaster component out of him. Because you can't see him at all from the front. He's just basically is filling a gap. So you could completely take that Motormaster out, and if you're looking at him from the front, you wouldn't even know. And to be fair, the table that it's on is kind of sloped down, which makes the back heaviness even worse. But even if it was a flat surface, it's just absolutely horrible. Transformation is definitely complex. There were some pretty clever things that they did in there, though. So I joked that Big Runzer said, "Hey, did you have fun with the transformation?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it was fun." Rolled the eyes, but it really, honestly, it wasn't that terrible. But it was not super straightforward. Maybe it's because I had watched a couple videos of people transforming it a couple times. Maybe that's why I handled it a little bit better. But yeah, it was not a smooth, straightforward transformation in the slightest. But yeah, worst thing is he's just way too heavy. But we'll bring him a little bit closer. So you can see. Make sure he's not stepping on anything. So there we go. And if I as I try to move my hand away, he just falls over backwards. There's just okay. So there he is. He's leaning forward by at least 10 degrees forward just to stay balanced. But yeah, there he is. We'll get him up close on his noggin. There you go. He does look really good, and it's pretty cool how the legs come together. They're basically all panels, and they fold up into a box. And the combined mode for the cars is practically nothing. You don't even do anything to these guys. You basically just keep them in car mode. And you slap these fake wheels into holes in their wheels. So these guys you take them off and they're immediately in car mode. On the arms, these guys you do actually split them apart. So the front half of the vehicle is the top of the arm, and the back half of the vehicle is the lower part of the arm. So you do so, but that's basically it. They're just designed to split in half, and that's basically all there is to it. Even Gravestone, you basically just kind of fold the front of the half 90 degrees to the back of the half and shove them in here. So the combiner is entirely the trailer. So I made a joke on Discord last night. I said, okay, there you go. The trailer is Menasor. The Stunticons are just his jewelry. They're just his bling. So completely different take from the Bruticus from Ocular Max or Mastermind Creations, where basically the vehicles, the other characters do actually transform into those pieces, and they're all built in. Even the hands and everything are built into those individual robot modes. There's no parts forming. And this one basically, if you didn't get the trailer, they would just be you wouldn't even know that they're combiners, because you know how you can tell like a combiner bot. It's like, oh yeah, this guy's got a weird thing here. He must have an extra mode. Maybe he's got a little half hand or something hiding in his leg, or he's got some kind of a weird thing. Like, why does the head do that? So there's some kind of a tell that lets you know it's a combiner figure. These guys, nothing. especially the guys on the legs. They are just 100% a car to a robot and a robot to a car. So it's kind of interesting. Denali Kid is asking, how much did they cost? Way too much, man. The trailer alone was like $225. All told, I'd say probably easily 600 easily. And I did get the accessory set, which gives you a little bit of an extra. I haven't put it on here, but it kind of beefs up the arms if you want it. Gives you some extra faces for him. Gives you some extra faces for their Motor Master. Gives you some extra weapons for whatchamacallit. For their individual robot modes or whatever. So it's weird that the cars are on the back of the legs. Well, you know why they do that? It's because it's cartoon accurate. And in the cartoon, this is how he was with the cars on the back of the legs. I know, I agree. If it were me, I would prefer to have the vehicles like in the front and stuff like that. But you know, this is the cartoon accurate. So yeah, and I saw Red Alert saying not crack up about I guess what, costing a lot? No, crack up was actually relatively decently priced, and I blame you, Red Alert, for this whole debacle, because I got that crack up for you to help you out. I really enjoyed it, so I got a crack up of my own, and then I forget which order they came in. Then I got all the rest of them, and I was like, you know what? Might as well get the trailer too. So this whole thing, it's entirely your fault, Red Alert. No, but it's all good. He does look fantastic. He's going to look great looking on it, sitting on a shelf. But I have to get that Motor Master out of him, because I would not trust him standing up on a shelf. Either that, or I'll have to get some kind of a stand. Let me get the Unicron support system back on him. There you go. So yeah, well, he wasn't just putting his arm around him like he was a little buddy thing. No, he's literally holding him up from falling over. So, but it looks great though. He does look good. Matt Allen says, imagine several combiners could combine into some mega combiner. Oh, crazy. Yeah, G1 Toys had them facing the back too. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Quinn Hager says, I still don't know. Devastator was unique when he was the only one. Then for a while, Hasbro went combiner crazy, and Devastator is no longer devastating. Devastator, for the longest time, was the only combiner, though, that had matching colors. I mean, the entire team had a color scheme. They were that construction green with purple. All the other ones, they just were basically mishmash of, you know, whatever they happened to want to put on the team. The whole Scramble City thing. Like these guys, these are not, this one is not Scramble City. They have specific places they have to go. I'm looking at the, I got the Bruticus sitting right here too. I can't remember, I think these guys have specific places they need to go to. I don't think you can actually scramble this particular figure. By the way, for scale, totally not in scale. I mean, Motor Menasor is way bigger than this guy. I was hoping they would have scaled a little bit better, but you know, I guess I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff ahead of time. But anyway, I'm not really putting together that perfect collection or whatever. I thought these guys were cool. I thought these guys were cool, so I got them. Yeah, so Devastator is definitely still unique, in that the all had matching colors. Although I suppose Predaking came along, they had matching color scheme as well, and they also were not Scramble City. They only went together a certain way. Kind of like Devastator, only goes together a certain way. So, and Devastator also the only 6-bot combiner. Before Combiner Wars, where they basically gave everybody a chest minion. So, I still think Devastator is still iconic. You know, I don't care what anybody says. Devastator is still iconic. Yeah, PB2 saying, yeah, PB2 laid down what I was getting. It says, we didn't get a proper color coordinated one till Victorion. Yeah, Devastator, you had Predaking, and then until that, Victorion. That's one of the things I liked so much about Victorion, is like, hey, finally we've got another team that's an actual team. They all have the same colors. So it's a cohesive unit. It's not just a bunch of individuals that kind of stuck together. So very cool. Crime Time says the original cartoon didn't pay attention to scale too. Against my comment about these two not matching. Fair point. Also, I mean, Unicron is not in scale. You'll never have an in-scale Unicron. I mean, he'd have to be like 300 feet tall to be in scale with a deluxe figure. So, Mark Scott was asking, was that a Masterpiece Bruticus? Yeah, it was Masterpiece scale. It's a third party, but it's Masterpiece scale. Denali Kids tell me you plan on getting an Abominus in Predaking. At the Masterpiece scale, probably not. I have them I've got the Power of the Primes Predaking in Abominus. I even have G1 Predaking. It was a reissue, but still. I don't think I'll be getting Masterpiece stuff, because, I mean, those things are going... Was it like the Kang Toys Predaking? Those things are going for like, what, like $200 per figure? Or something like that? I might be wrong, but I know they're... First of all, they're even bigger than this guy. And it's just... the reviews have not been kind. They look great. But... And Raiden, I only know of Raiden or however you say him, just because I pay attention to chatter. Other than that, no connection. Lyle Kaiser, yeah. Lego Prime's asking what's my favorite combiner. I'm a little partial to Computron, only because that was the only one I completed as a kid. So. Let's see, I'm looking back. Illicit Pulse, when I was saying Devastator was 6, he's saying the Seacons were also 6. Yes, but the Combiner was only 5 bots. The 6th one was a Target Master as a gun. So they were still Scramble City. So it's still the main torso with the 2 arms and the 2 legs, making the main bot, and the 6th one was the gun. So it's still just a 5-bot Combiner. The team itself had 6, though, so fair point. It was pretty cool that any of them could be the gun, or true Scramble City. Any of them could be arms or legs or the gun, and even the Piranacon set, the Seacon set that just came out in Generation Selects. What was it, last year? They did it that way. They even managed to get all those bots, even the deluxe class figures of that Combiner War style combining. They gave them all a gun mode, and they could all be that gun. So they managed to pull that off too. So yeah, I was more thinking bots that made the full combiner, but yes, six on the team. Oh, Alyssa Pulse with more facts, saying the Predacons were originally scheduled to be Autobots called the Anabots until they changed them. I think I heard something about that too. And I gotta tell you, Predacon sounds way better than Anabot. Jim Farm saying, I thought the original Defensor and Computron were colored together. Yeah, kind of. They weren't as random as some of the other ones, but like Defensor benefited from the fact that they were all emergency vehicles, which generally had similar color schemes, but not quite to the extent of, say, the Constructicons or the Rust Renegades. I think I saw someone asking me if I had read the All Hail Megatron. Oh yeah, that's Alan a ways back. Asked if I'd read the All Hail Megatron. Yes, I honestly, I think I've read all the IDW Transformers comics from way back when they first started, like Megatron Origins, all the way up through the end of like the Lost Light, and they just called it Transformers by the end. It used to be like More Than Meets the Eye and Robots in Disguise, and then they changed it to Lost Light and just Transformers. I haven't kept up with some of the recent stuff, but you know, after their reboot a year or two ago, I pretty much caught up through there. I read some into the reboot, but I've definitely not kept up with it. Grind Time says, my 4-star Computron just came out of the lab at level 18. Used him for one run as Zen farming and then put him back in to cook at 19. He is awesome. Yeah, I'm not even. I don't think I've. No, I've still got somebody level. I think my combine. Blah blah. My Computron still got about. I know you can't see it. He's still got about a day and a half left, leveling to 10 right now, before I can bump him to 4-star. I might have missed a few days in there, but yeah. Remember, Hackman says you got a 3-star Catgut on a 3-star Razor Claw. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like Catgut on Lugnut, but Razor Claw is a good one to have too, especially since especially since Razor Claw tends to die quickly, like Grimlock, because they just rush out in front of everybody else. Then Catgut drops down and continues to fight from wherever he died. So that's a pretty good plan. Lego Prime's asking, what do you think about Optimus Prime in the Bay films? I think he looks cool. I definitely like the design of Optimus Prime. He's a little more of an action hero than kind of like a stoic, stern father figure that we're used to. Excuse me. No idea where that came from. But yeah, like G1 Optimus Prime would have never said, give me your face to anybody, not even his worst enemy. But come on, that's an iconic line from those films, though. Yeah, there were definitely some lines they made Optimus say in those films, so I was like, that's not an Optimus line to say. But, you know. So, just remember, different continuities, he's got a different personality. So... You know, I actually watched part of the last night a couple days ago, mostly because I wanted to see. I wanted to refresh my memory about this guy's scene in the movie, and it turns out it lasted all of about 10 seconds. I mean, Bumblebee and Cage show up at the dude's mansion, and Bulldog's out there. He fires his round at him, and when they show up, he transforms and falls apart. And that's basically it. When you kind of look back that way again, he's tank mode again, sitting there, and you like basically never see him again. But I'm glad they put him in because that's a fantastic figure. Yeah, and for whatever reason, I was not, and I started the movie right at that point, and honestly, I didn't think it was that terrible. I mean, it's still not great, but for whatever reason, I didn't think it was that terrible. Maybe the really bad part of it is before that. Or maybe it's just the years have softened my judgment. I don't know. But I will say it's funny thing about Hot Rod in that film. You know, there's that one part. It's like, oh, why don't you? You know, the hard time, understanding his name is like, oh yeah, he speaks with a French accent, but he likes it. He's like, no, I don't like it. I wish I could get rid of it. It's like, oh yeah, well then why did you introduce yourself to her by saying Je m'appelle Ultron? Yeah, why did you speak French to her? So if you really hate the French accent, why are you speaking French to this woman in England? So it's a thing, plot hole, continuity error. It really took me out of it. Nobody's talking about that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Jeremy Plays, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. Where did I get that bulldog? Pretty sure I got him from TF Source. It's been a couple years. They've actually had a couple of different versions of them around. I'm not sure if any of the major retailers are selling them, but I did see him on eBay. Not terribly inflated price. The price is not terribly inflated from what it used to be, except maybe I think I got him for like $85 or so, something like that, maybe 80. If you're seeing him for much more than 80 or 90 bucks, it's probably the special version. Because I know there's a couple of special versions which had like premium paint and a few extra accessories or something like that. So, yeah. Morgan Norris got 5-star hotspot from the event. Yeah, me too, man. Skybreaker, we don't really take alliance requests during the streams, man. Just if you meet the requirements, send a request in game, and we'll take a look at it. Got 5-star Springer. That's a good pull. And good luck, Denali Kid, for your 200 Motormaster crystals trying to pull that 4-star. I know he's a tough one to pull. He's a tough one to get. I'm amazed that I got the... I'm amazed that I pulled the 5-star and then the 4-star all right in the same day. That's crazy. So... Flame Arrow. Okay, again, dude, you got to request it in the game. You gotta request it in the game. I can't do anything with the stream to let anybody in an alliance. So, and if it's not showing up, it's probably just because we're full at the moment. So, Alan got 5-star Rhinox for the Autobot account. Awesome, love the 5-star Rhinox. And 5-star Gnaw for the Decepticon. Cool. I don't have the 5-star Knob, but I've got the 4-star Gnaw on my Autobot account. And he's a good one. He's definitely a good one. But yeah, I love that Rhinox. He just swipes. I mean, I attack in Zone 13 with the squad that he's on, and basically, he can almost take out the base by himself. I just kind of do a zigzag pattern depending on how the base is laid out. I try to hit as many defenses. I could usually get 3 or 4 runs of his ability, and I try to hit as many defenses as I can with that. And he just, if he doesn't take it out, he softens it so much for the rest of the squad to take out, and it's quite good. And you know, I've totally forgot. I'm probably gonna post this as another video. I was attacking this past weekend, and I was using my squad with Afterbreaker in it, and I like to pop outposts with Afterbreaker. And this one base I attacked had the Combiner Beacon active. I'm like, okay, definitely wanted to send Afterbreaker in there for that to pop that. So he goes in there, and he said, you know how he works. He's like Flame War for all you Decepticons. He's just sitting there doing the circle right around there. And sure enough, Devastator pops out of that. and he chases him. So you've got Devastator just sitting here kind of running in a slow circle, trying to chase Afterbreaker, and it was hilarious. I did record that replay, and I've just been locked up with some other stuff right now. Getting ready for this. So I haven't posted it, but yeah, I'll probably post that as like a little quick battle, like a Devastator ring around the Rosie. It's quite humorous. I thought it was funny anyway. So, but yeah, I totally plan to share that. So, good times, man, good times. So insert Benny Hill music. that would work, except I would probably get copyright strike on that. So I'll probably pass. Maybe I'll look for some royalty-free similar music. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty. It was pretty funny to see. So Xavier Blackwood, welcome to the stream. What did you miss? Well, I'm sorry to say you missed pretty much the entire stream because I'm running out of energy here and I'm about ready to hop off. But I'm glad you came by. The replay will be available here on YouTube shortly. I don't know how long. I don't know if it's available right away or if they got to process it first or something. But yeah, come on back. We talked about the event. We talked about the new bots that are coming. Silverbolt. Beast Wars Silverbolt and Cicadacon. That's how you say it, people. Cicadacon. Waza. Excuse me. So and then we just been kind of hanging out and chatting like we usually do. Yeah, so happy anniversary, everybody. Happy 5th anniversary, Transformers Earth Wars. Good luck in the event this weekend. I hope you are successful getting your Silverbolt or Cicadacon. They look to be some pretty good bots. And that's going to do it. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends. We'll see you next time.